folks, welcome back. Today we're going to start with a new game. We have seen a photo or two for Pokemon Legends Arceus. So let's go let's go into the, according to some people, hardest Pokemon game there is. If you ask me, it's the most long-winded Pokemon game there is. Why that? We'll see in a second. Let's start this game as being a new character, because on my main account I do have a character already. I have no idea if my stream actually made any noise at this point in time, but we'll see from that on. Welcome to my realm, located beyond both time and space. It is well that thou art here. I am that which humans call Arceus. Now I wish to know thine appearance. I'm going with standard male. What is thy name? I'm going with something no one would ever guess. Oh. Necro. All is correct and as it should be, yes. Necro. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. A world inhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call Pokémon. Necro. Seek out all Pokémon, and thou shalt find me once more. Time to get isekai'd. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Wake up! Oh, do wake up, won't you? Are you alive, my boy? Okay, now suddenly his voice will come in apparent because I'm gonna have to make it quite a bit. You gave me quite a shock falling from the sky like that, but thank goodness you seem unharmed. Where am I? Right, this is Prelude Beach, of course. Dear me, did the shock of your fall somehow addle your memory? I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? I don't know. Let's see. You seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Might I offer some directions? Do you have somewhere around here you could stay? Nowhere. So you don't know anyone here. You don't even know where to spend the night. Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? Somehow, I'll guess. see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Oh my, I'd completely forgotten. I had just caught up with these 3 runaway Pokémon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. Ah, but do you even know what a Pokémon is? Of course I do. My, that's a relief. Though you fell from the sky, it seems we have some common ground, eh? Yes, well, these 3 Pokémon belong to me. Mysterious creatures that they are. Yes, and what might your name be? Necro. Ooh, so you're called Necro. That name has quite a ring to it. I imagine it must have some lovely meaning. But I do apologize. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Leventon. I am something of a Pokemon professor. That is to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon such as these 3 are... Oh, blast and bother! My darling Pokemon! Why must you run off from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me round them up? I beg you. Wait, you 3! Wait! So, moving around, we do with the joystick. Looking around with the camera, we do with the other joystick. We have the up arrow for our inventory, which apparently we cannot do anything in yet. We can save the game though. Is that a glint of something? It's my phone! There's a glowing, beeping object over there. You found something that resembles a phone. It's probably a phone, but it's changed shape. You feel a strange power emanating from it. A message appeared on the screen. I bestow upon thee this Arc phone, and thy mission. Seek out all Pokémon. Okay. Alas, yet another miss. Ah, I'm glad you've come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way, but I'm not the best at this sort of thing, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit about these 3 first. Now that one's Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant, and apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. Cool. That one over there is Cyndaquil. The fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it's surprised or irate. The Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating on the water, and it can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Splish splash. Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing. How to go about catching Pokemon. Here you are, my boy. Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. You obtained 50 Pokeballs. A mysterious ball that can be thrown at a wild Pokemon in order to catch them. These balls can be crafted by hand if you gather the necessary materials. Ah, but that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologize. Let me be more thorough. Now, I've mentioned already that Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. And that's where Pokeballs come in. Pokeballs are a recent innovation, you see. Throw one of them at a Pokemon and why, the Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be, and with that, you've caught a Pokemon. I know we've just met, but I'm afraid I've no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you could catch my 3 runaways. Now, the proper technique is to take aim at the Pokemon, then let the blind fall. It's quite simple. Though far be it for me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area. Hold down the R, that is the lower button. Bonk. Red shot. Oh, wonderful, you've got a Pokemon! It seems you've quite a knack for this Pokemon catching business, Necro. Jolly useful skill to have around here. Only 2 of my darling runaways left now. Still, it is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. Wrong. Headshot. I can hardly believe it, Necro. Incredible! You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon, never mind catch them. Bravo indeed. Just one more to go. Let's wrap this up sharpish, shall we? Bonk. Red shot. Ah yes, I'm afraid that can happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old boy. Bonk. Red shot. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, what a relief to have them all back. You see, the 3 Pokemon you caught have only just arrived at the village to help with our research. They won't yet listen to anyone. And as I mentioned, they bolted from the village almost as if they knew you'd come falling. But I have to say, Necro, I was taken aback by how well you use Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you've only just arrived here? One can't help but think there's a reason you appeared here and now. Seek out all Pokemon. That object is an arc phone, you say. What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'd indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream to compile this region's first record of its Pokemon. We in the field call such a catalogue a Pokédex. Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research, containing detailed records of all Pokemon to be found in a region. But in order to properly document Pokemon, one must, of course, catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered the skill of using them. And to you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. A situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, boy? You've convinced me. Then, whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We've a Pokédex to complete. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. Follow me then. Onward to Jubilee Village. Am I? Gosh darn it. I don't actually know what's going on with my mic. It should be working correctly. Let's see. Yeti Classic. Is this better? Okay, so specifically what happened is that I have updated my computer to Windows 11 last night. It took until 11. It took until, like, whatever it is, 8 in the morning for it to be completely updated, because I fell asleep and I had to update it, and then I restarted my computer, and then at 8 it was done. Yeah, that was great. Anyway, that being said, welcome to Pokemon Arceus. This young man was of great assistance to me and my Pokemon, so I'll hope you'll forgive my bringing him into the village for a bit. Yeah, apparently it was on default. I think I know what my default mic was. It's currently laying behind my screen. Camera up. I believe my webcam was my microphone. Welcome to Jubilife Village. This way, if you please. Jubilife Village. It's come a long way thanks to the Pokemon exploration team. I understand you must be... Wow. The roads we're on now is called Canala Avenue. The village was built scarcely 2 years ago. There's much to do yet and not many to do it. And since we know so little about the local Pokemon, people hesitate to set foot outside Jubilife Village. Now that impressive building up ahead for us is Galaxy Hall, headquarters of this entire outfit. It's going a bit fast. Oh, bufferation. I'd almost forgotten. I need to go and report that we successfully recovered that escaped Pokemon. Might I ask you to wait for me at the canteen? It's just past the bridge there, and then to the left. The Wallflower, it's called. At least it's done, yeah. Your ARC phone is beeping. Somehow it seems to show where you need to go next. Use the minus button to view the map on your ARC phone. You can consult the map for guidance to your next destination and information on your missions and requests. You'll also see guidance markers when you're out exploring or running around the village. If you're not sure where to go next, stop and look around in all directions to try and spot one of these markers, then head for it. And yeah, let's hope Windows 12 doesn't come too soon. I mean, most likely not. I have only heard rumors that it might be coming at some point. Canala Bridge. So in Sinnoh, we're currently in Hisui, which is the ancient version of Sinnoh, which we have explored in Pokemon Pearl. Diamond Pearl. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. And this is the river that Kedalafi City is named after. Well now, aren't you awfully suspicious? The Wallflower's for Galaxy Team folk only. We don't have seats for outsiders. Move along. Why are you? Never seen anyone dressed like you are. What if you were attacked by a Pokemon? You'd be minced meat in those flimsy clothes. If the guard lets you through, you must have ties with somebody in the village. Perhaps you've met Professor Laventon? He's a scholar from a faraway place. His Pokemon do get away from him at times, though it makes me a bit worried for him. I suppose I'm hardly one to talk. I've had some trouble with Pokemon myself. Was hit by a Pokemon move called Thundershock not long ago and had to take to my bed. But the Professor, well, I do wonder how long he'll last.
Unfortunately, it's just as Lakari said. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it... Duh. Unfortunately, it's just as Akari says. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Professor! But everything will be quite alright now. Necro here has agreed to help us with our Pokédex. Excuse me, you plan to appoint him to the Survey Corps? You can't just slap a badge on whoever you like without Captain Celine's permission. I'll allow it. Captain Celine? Assuming the individual can contribute to the Survey Corps, that is. I am the captain of the Galaxy Survey Corps. You may call me Celine. Professor Laventon has told me how you helped secure his Pokémon when they slipped his control, and now it seems he would like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor. You look to be 15 or so. Quite old enough to work for your keep, but we can't simply take on a stranger who wandered in among us without any idea of their skills or origins. Tomorrow we shall see if you can prove yourself worthy. Woohoo! A most reasonable decision, Captain. Now, would you care to join us for a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor. That's quite alright. I prefer to eat alone, so I might appreciate my meals without distraction. And still she's going to the wallflower. Aloof as always, I see. Well, no matter, the rest of us can share a meal and some pleasant conversation then, eh? Ready, old chum. The usual potato mochi, if you please, but make it for free today. Wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never failed to please. Professor Laventon, where exactly did you meet our visitor here? Oh well, you know of that great hole in the sky, the one people call the space-time rift. Our new friend fell right out of it. You can't be serious. Come now, I'm a scientist. My job is to observe and explain any and all phenomena, and concern myself only with facts. Now, you're already known here. There are many Pokémon here in the Hisui region. That there are, in the grass, the forest, by water, or whatever they like. Our job as a Survey Corps is to research them and find out what kind of creatures they are. Well, we know this much. Pokémon are terrifying creatures. It's all but impossible to know what kinds of powers they might possess, or what sorts of wondrous things they can do. But that's where Necro will come in. He successfully caught 3 Pokémon. 3 of them in quick order, you understand. Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of a feat such as that. That means we can finally begin our Pokémon research in earnest. 3? We've had hard enough time catching even 1 before our Pokémon come after us. Oh well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokémon that fled to the beach weren't on the attack. But the key to catching Pokémon is getting close enough to aim your Pokéball. Well, and it seems our new friend is fearless enough to do just that. Does the Survey Corps really have the leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal with this outsider? Your captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi, you know. No slow progress on the Pokémon of yours clearly has her on edge. I'm sure we'll start to rein in the good captain's stress eating soon enough. Now, have your fill, Necro. And think, if you make it into the Galaxy team, you'll never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides for all its members' needs, even if that never fell out from the sky. Out of the sky, not out from the sky. Technically the same thing, but not practically. I'm gonna be talking a lot in this game, aren't I? That was quite delicious indeed. Yes, the food was lovely, but more importantly, you do remember that Necro has a trial to pass to join the Survey Corps, don't you? Not to worry, I have complete confidence in Necro's skills. That's a reference to Dawn. Let's hope it is not misplaced. Necro, was it? For tonight, at least, we will provide you with a place to sleep. You may use our quarters there. But if you fail to pass the trial we put to you tomorrow, you must move on. You will be expelled from the village to meet your fate, and perhaps your death in the wilds. Captain Celine somewhat like Hisui, in that they're both quite harsh. No, she simply puts on stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turned in for the night, eh? It's a good thing one can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. I imagine our new friend has had enough falling for one day. And with that, I bid you both a good night. Yes, good night. A rift in the sky, people falling from it. The world is full of mysteries. And miseries. Like, for instance, Windows 11. Don't like it. Okay, like, so specifically one of the reasons I don't like Windows 11 is that I hide my taskbar. Me hiding my taskbar is simply because I don't like seeing my taskbar. Issue: some apps let a single single line through from the bottom. I've already seen it. It's too much for me. I need it gone. Can't find a way. Sleep until tomorrow, in the morning. Oh, also there are apparently some things here. Survey tips contain all sorts of useful information to help you carry out your survey work in the Hisui region. To read them at any time, simply press the up button to open the menu, then go to the hub screen. And tips for team members: don't wish your toils to be forgotten. Diligent record keeping will save you from such fate. To save your progress, press the up button to open the menu, then roll with the CL or CR button until you reach the save screen. There's also an autosave function you can use to have your progress saved automatically. You can enable or disable autosave by scrolling to the help screen in the menu, then select Settings. It's a jug used to store drinking water. It has a lid on top to keep debris from falling in. This chest looks like you could store lots and lots of items into it. A nice fire in the sunken half can help keep the entire room heated. It's a dresser of very solid construction, where extra sets of clothes can be kept. It's a paper lantern. It seems to use oil as its fuel. There are some lovely stones that someone must have found, but they're just plain old stones. Are they? Yeah, seemingly they are. It's a full-length mirror. Five principles. Behave with courtesy to others. Superiors are owed your respect. Likes and dislikes are luxuries ill-afforded. Those who are weaker must be helped. Difficulties must be faced head-on. There are some lovely stones. Yada yada yada. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted to have this one. Rest. Rest until tomorrow morning? Yes. Bidou van Biparel. The next day. Good morning, Necro. Are you up? quite some lightning last night, wasn't it? Today's the day of your trial, so let's give it our all. What lovely weather we've got. I hope you had a nice sleep, even if this land is strange and new to you. Let's get to headquarters. Captain Silene is waiting. I could start an entire tirade of things that are gonna happen, but let's just jump in the game and actually witness it. We're gonna be able to craft Pokeballs. Survey Corps officers are here on the first. Don't give up! Keep those eyes open! Wild Pokemon, they were everywhere, attacking from all sides. I sent out my partner Pokemon, but against the whole pack, outnumbered. This is what happens when you go so far afield, but the medical corps will put you to your rights. That man's with the security corps, and even with his own partner, he took a beating from wild Pokemon. Without a partner Pokemon of your own, you might find this trial particularly trying. Captain Silene, Necro is here. You may enter. Let us get straight to it. If you wish to join the Galaxy Expedition team, provide yourself capable by going out in the Obsidian Fieldlands and catching 3 different species of Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Catching 3 Pokemon from the start, no one in the Galaxy team has ever managed that. Did this stranger not catch 3 different Pokemon only yesterday? My trial should be simple enough for him, if the professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. The Galaxy team does not have the means to provide for those who only take without giving. If you wish to stay, you must provide beyond any doubt that you'll be an asset to our cause. I will lend you one of our Survey Corps satchels to carry whatever you may need in the field. New satchel. That satchel doesn't exactly match your mode of dress. Akari. I'll expect you to step in if anything goes awry. Guide now active. Not really that we need a trial, I know pretty much where the Pokemon are. Press the Y button while consulting the map on your ARC phone and you can check the tasks you have waiting. There are 2 types, missions and requests. Missions must be completed to progress in your adventure, while requests are optional and given by people you meet. Pardon, Necro, come with me for a moment. Now then, a jolly good morning to everyone. Is something the matter, Professor Laventon? In order to complete our Pokédex, well, simply survive in this unforgiven land, Necro absolutely must pass this trial. And as a professor of Pokemon, I've got just a ticket to help accomplish that. A partner Pokemon. And let's get to this. You got a minute with a poll, and on screen there will be a Pokemon you can choose from. We have Cyndaquil, we have Rowlet, and we have Oshawott. If none of them are chosen, then I guess I'll pick. Or I'll roll a dice. Go on, Necro. Pick the Pokemon that strikes your fancy. With a partner of your own, you'll be able to fight off wild Pokemon outside the village. These little darlings are very dear to me, but it's plain to see they're rather curious about you. Well, my boy, which Pokemon would you like to keep as your very own? So let's see the ball roll. Apparently no one's here. Fair, to be honest. Yep, no one voted. Great. Okay, time to roll a dice. Okay, 1 and 2, Cyndaquil. 3 and 4, Rowlet. 5 and 6, Oshawott. It's a 4. That's a Rowlet. Cool. We'll go for the owl Pokemon. Rowlet. You want Rowlet as your first partner? Yes. Rowlet will eventually evolve into a Dartrix and later on into a Decidueye, specifically a Hisuian Decidueye. And with that, one of the Pokemon you caught at Prelude Beach from me will now be yours to keep. Good show. I've tucked Rowlet back inside its Pokeball for you, so take it. It's yours. You received a Rowlet. A word of advice, my boy. Pay close attention to which Pokeballs are empty and which ones contain a Pokemon when you're out in the field. They look as if they're cheering on their friend Rowlet. Or perhaps they're just jealous that it gets to help you with your trial. That could well be. They did go dashing from the village when Necro fell out of the sky. After all. Well, not to worry, you two. I'll have you assist me with my research for now. By the way, what species has Captain Sully charged you with catching? Well, that's smashing. All 3 of those species can be found in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Let me give you some Pokeballs to use during your trial then. 20 extra Pokeballs. These Pokeballs may be handcrafted, but they work as a treat, as you've already seen. You'll have this trial cleared in no time. Well, I guess you're finally ready. You'll have to leave the village for your trial, turn left after you exit headquarters, then head for the gate. I'm actually kind of curious how this game performs on a Nintendo Switch 2. I hope it loads better. I hope it looks better. Oh, what a curious getup you have there. I can already tell you're quite a character. I'm Volo of the Ginkgo Guild, the go-to choice for any of your mercantile needs here in Hisui. I've heard talk about you. Fell from the sky, didn't you? Now that's certainly a tale I'd like to hear. Oh, and you have a Pokemon. Oh, hi, no, apparently not. Hi, Lollipop. Oh, I know why you're not, subbed. Specifically because you couldn't do that like 2 months ago. It's certainly full of interesting surprises. Investigating the odd and novel is to keep any good merchant success. So, what do you say? How about you and I see how our Pokemon stand up to one another in battle? Sure. I like you better and better. What a delightful find. I've also heard about this trial you're to attempt. Let's have a quick battle to get your blood pumping before you head out. Though I hope you know you'll lose if your Pokemon's HP reaches 0. So there's two ways of battling in this game. This way and the wild way. We'll see the wild way in the wilds. Ginkgo guild member Volo challenged you to a battle. Volo sent out Togepi. Okay, fight. Gust. Thought he learned tackle first. Battle decided. Moves, items, use them well, and the world will open up to you. Level up to level 6. New move. What move is it? It's always good fun to have your Pokemon do battle, don't you think? And as they gain experience through battle, you'll learn more moves and grow even stronger. Pokemon sometimes learn new moves when they level up. If you want to change the moves your Pokemon can use in battle, open your satchel, choose the Pokemon you want, and select the Change Moves option. So few people have their own Pokemon. If only more knew about how to use Pokeballs. At any rate, let me help our two battlers recover from their little exercise. And to you, my sky-fallen friend, I present some potions in thanks. Obtained 5 potions. Topical medicine meant to be applied to Pokemon. It can be used to restore 60 HP to a single Pokemon. This, by the way, means that the health of this game is like 3 times as much as the health in regular Pokemon games. You can use them on your Pokemon wherever they might be worn out from battle. I'll be hoping that you're successful on that trial of yours. More Galaxy team members means more customers for yours truly, after all. That's really something. Not only can you catch Pokemon, you can lead them in battle. Now, to the Obsidian Fieldlands. When you're leaving Jubilee Village, make sure you choose a destination from the map and tell Rez the guardsman where you're going. That way, someone can come to your aid if you're knocked out by a Pokemon. The trial begins just a short ways past from the gate. Is there a thing? Look to be a thing. Your Necro, correct? I was informed you'd be passing through. Your trial will take place outside the safety of the village. Please take care to come back alive. So we're going to the Obsidian Fieldlands instead of Jubilee Village. This is our base camp, the last safe haven before you reach the wilds. For your trial, you must catch 3 species of Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Are you ready to get started? Oh, Professor, is something wrong? Well, you see, Captain Saline got hold of me after you left. She impressed upon me that I bear full responsibility for whatever happens to our sudden guest. That's our unsparing captain, but what help exactly can you offer out here, Professor? To be honest, my dear girl, I don't intend to lift a finger. Necro's talents are the real deal. He'll pass with flying colours, you'll see. So the responsibility for him still lies, in fact, with me then. Well, I'm sure Necro will be fine. Let's begin the trial. Pokémon, Pokémon. This is Aspiration Hill. The species of Pokemon you're meant to catch all live here. Obsidian Fieldlands. Aspiration Hill. And along comes a Bidoof. Good thing that I can read that fast. The key is to aim carefully. Now you seem to need my advice, I'm just sharing what I know. Hold down the L button to focus on a wild Pokemon and keep your sights as long as it's nearby. This technique comes in very useful when aiming Pokeball at the target or when dodging Pokemon attacks. Bidoof has a mellow disposition. That means it tends to not run from people, so this'll be easy. Ah. There we go. Pokemon caught. Caught a Bidoof! Well done! Time to find your next Pokemon. Starly. There's Starly. There's kittish little things. They'll run if startled. Starly getting startled? Never. But you should be able to get close to them if you crouch. It'll be harder to spot. Press the B button to crouch and make it harder for wild Pokemon to notice you. Press the same button again to rise. If you creep into the tall grass while crouched low, you'll be even harder for wild Pokemon to detect. Detect. Pokémon. It's all about the challenges. It's a brand new game and a brand new world, new rivals, etc, etc, etc. Because I know the lyrics, but I don't want to bore people. Here we go. Starly. There we go. Nice. That's Starly caught as well. Only one more Pokemon to go. I believe Shinx is the one that's gonna attack me, right? Medicinal leak. There we go. Oh, look at that. It's an roused? No. There's something I ought to teach you since you're still new to this. Here's the proper way to throw your partner's Pokeball. As Captain Sanin tells us, have an item at the ready when you want to send out a Pokemon, press X. Have a Pokemon at the ready when you want to throw in an item, press X. Captain's a real expert on these things. Get it? X. Bird. Try throwing your Pokemon's ball at rocks or trees like this one to have it investigate. If your Pokemon finds any barrier or items, it'll bring them to you. Now it's time for your partner to shine. You've reached your final hurdle, catching a Shinx. Bonk. Oran, okay. That didn't look like orange berries to me, but sure. Oh. Speak. There, that's a Shinx. Shinx have an aggressive disposition. Could you already tell that? More or less. I thought you might. I can never tell until I focus on a Pokemon carefully. Once aggressive Pokemon get irate, they'll knock aside any ball you throw at them. When using CL button to focus on a Pokemon, you can see how easy it may be to catch. The more arrows you see pointing above a Pokemon, the easier it will be to catch. An X icon will appear above a Pokemon if it has picked a fight with you. Be warned, Pokemon displaying this icon cannot be caught unless you engage them in battle. Don't worry though, I'll teach you the tricks to catching aggressive Pokemon. You've got to battle them. Once they are absorbed with battling, you can throw a Pokeball at them to try catch them. By now, you've got several Pokemon of your own, don't you? Take one of their Pokeballs and throw it near a wild Pokemon you want to battle. I've got no doubt you'll hold your own in battle. It's easy to start a battle against wild Pokémon. Simply throw a Pokéball that contains one of your own Pokémon at it. If you can see that you currently have an item ready to throw, not a Pokémon, press the X button. It will allow you to toggle between thrown items in your Pokémon's team. So, fun fact, Pokémon apparently got the patent for gameplay. For summoning a creature and using that creature to fight for you against another summoned creature coming out of a ball. Apparently, something like that. Good that you can see the Pokemon, right? That's it, you got Shinx. You approached those Pokemon without a hint of fear, and got each one! You're like a gift from the sky dropped to us. With you at our side, I think the Survey Corp has a real chance of compiling a complete Pokédex as we've been ordered. This is wonderful! I'm still curious why on earth you came falling from the sky like you did, but for now, let's tell the Professor we're ready to head back. Oh ho! I said you'd pass the trial with flying colours, and it seems you went and did just that! Congratulations, Necro. You've taken your first step towards seeking out every Pokémon. This calls for a commemorative photograph. With skills like yours, I suppose this was a foregone conclusion. Now then, we'd best report to Captain Silene. Time to head back to Jubilee Village, eh? Time to go back to Jubilee City, eh, mate? Hey, bud. Time to go back to Jubilee City. Village. Thing. Hamlet. In time, you'll be able to send Pokemon you've caught to live in the village pastures. You can bring up to 6 Pokemon with you in the field, in theory, though we've never had anyone skilled enough to do so. Come now, you two. Let's not dilly-dally. Captain Silene awaits our reports at headquarters. I bet Captain Silene will be very pleased. She's gonna be like, "It took you an entire day to do this? You failed!" and kick us out. I'm joking. Otherwise this game would, in fact, not be playable. Then again, would be funny to maybe be a Pokemon survivalist-ish. Seems we won't have to leave you to die after all. Congratulations, you've passed your trial. You can hold on to that satchel. I must admit, you've impressed me. I set a high hurdle to judge whether a stranger like yourself could be worthy, but you cleared it. This is yours, the official uniform of the Survey Corps. Got some clothes that fit in the time frame. You received a Survey Corps uniform and a pair of Survey Corps sandals. Get changed in the room you used last night. Then you're to report at once to the 3rd floor. Present yourself in uniform to our commander. This is your first official order from your captain. So we're gonna have to change outfits. If I mention that this game has outfits, could I get DMB to play it? I'm joking. Please know that I'm joking. I don't think DMB would like this game at all. Okay. Do you want to change your outfit? Yes, please. So let's go to this. Survey Corps uniform and Survey Corps sandals. For Ultramar. Lavender Ice. For Ultramar! Look how well our Survey Corps uniform suits you. It's almost as if the captain had it tailored just for you. I see you have changed. Regarding your accommodations, you may continue to use the room you slept in last night. You may wear this as well. Got a cap. Now present yourself to the commander. Third floor. Yeah, so this is the American system. Oh, yes. I have been waiting for you. I am Commodore, commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. So you are Necro. You know your manners, at least. I've been briefed on your situation, including how you fell from the rift in the sky. Now then, let's see what you're made of. Face me in combat. Yeah. You've got some fight in you. You're someone needs work, but I do see some potential. Don't expect a warm welcome from everyone. Naturally, some will be slow to trust an outsider who literally fell right from out of the blue. The superstition among us might see your arrival as a portent of disaster. But you passed a trial that was put to you. No matter how odd you may seem, you're part of Jubilee Village now. Dedicate yourself to the work of the Galaxy Expedition Team, and complete the Pokédex. But I warn you, Necro. Pokémon are terrifying creatures. Keep your wits about you as you work. Didn't want to return of the king from the sea people. Talk like this for the entire time I see Komodo. So the commander has also accepted you. But understand this, you begin as a no-star recruit among our ranks. In other words, you have no rank at all. Perform well as a member of the Survey Corps, and you will move up through the ranks. Indeed, you see, the more you add to the Pokédex, the higher your rank will become. And working on a Pokédex will also, of course, bring you closer towards the goal of yours, to seek out every last Pokémon. Hey, you will need this. Obtain the recipe for crafting Pokeballs. Recipe for crafting Pokeballs from scratch requires 1 apricorn and 1 tumblestone. And 3000 Poké as well. You will have to buy the necessary materials. 3000 coin. Akari, you are expert at crafting yourself. Teach our new recruit what he needs to know. Of course, Captain Celine. Now, as the experienced craftsperson here, let me explain a bit to start with. Crafting means making items with your own 2 hands. You can buy some items at the general store, but self-sufficiency is worth striving for. You can even make our most valuable tools, Pokeballs. Think where we'd be off if we couldn't do that. Let's head to the craftworks. Well done earning a place in our team. My name is Anthi. I'm the local clothier. Yeah, absolutely didn't expect that one. The professor asked that I ready you a change of clothes, so here you go. I do hope they fit. You received an everyday kimono and a pair of everyday trousers. I hope you'll avail yourself to the village humble shops. This way to the craftsworks, Necro. You can use a workbench here at the craftsworks anytime you need to make an item at the village. I'll supply what you need to make your first Pokeballs once you're ready to begin. Call it my way of saying congratulations on joining us. Just spend the money you got from the captain on clothes or whatever you think is best. Go up to the workbench and choose an item to craft, in this case a Pokeball. Craft Pokeball. I can make 20 of them. Basics of crafting. Oh, now that's some fine craftsmanship. Hard to believe it. This was your first time stepping up to the workbench, my boy. You'll recall, of course, that Pokemon possess the odd power to shrink themselves down. With the Pokeballs we craft, we can make use of that power to catch them. Also, that more Pokemon species can be duly recorded in the Pokédex. And on that note, here you are! You received a Pokédex. A volume for compiling the collected results of much Pokemon research. Professor Laventon continually adds to it with each report made on new Pokemon species. So if we open this up, we can see we have a random Oshawott, a random Rowlet, a random Cyndaquil, a random Togepi, a random Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. None have any information yet. If we go to... Oh, I cannot. Okay, cool. Oh, I can. Just do A. Rowlet, I should have one. I should have a little bit of this, but, you know. So, as you can see, filling a Pokédex involves quite a bit. Yeah. Involves quite a bit of, like, lurking about, doing a lot. Like, for instance, I need to see a Shinx use Bite 25 times. I need to catch 25 Shinx. I need to defeat 15. Etc, etc, etc. I prepared this volume just for you. I hope it aids you well in your aim to seek out all the Pokemon there are in this grand region. You'll have to complete lots of research tasks to help the professor fill out the Pokédex. Same goes for me, of course. I've also got a Pokemon to research as a Survey Corps member. I'd be all too happy to explain more about the research tasks I could use your assistance with. Come join me at the Fieldlands camp whenever you are ready, my good Necro. Getting to work on research tasks. Hey, excuse me. Couldn't help but overhear. If you're going to the Fieldlands camp, couldn't you mind taking care of a request for me? Standing guard, so I can't leave my post, but I'll be here as headquarters if you want to talk about it. There's a request icon. Alright, so there's this Pokemon called Whirlpool. Have you heard of it? Yeah. Well, you see, I was having a chat with Professor Laventon, and he told me that after a Pokemon gains a certain amount of experience through battling and the like, it will sometimes change its appearance and become stronger. He said it was a phenomenon called evolution. Some Pokemon can undergo evolution, which changes their appearance and stats. If one of your Pokemon has met the requirements to evolve, you'll be able to select the evolve option when viewing the Pokemon in your satchel. So I decided I wanted to raise a Whirlpool myself and have it evolve. You're part of a Survey Corps, aren't you? if you catch a Wurmple, will you let me have it? There'll be a reward in it for you, I promise. Just go catch me a Wurmple if you can. Wurmple can evolve. I know Shink's ears had odd markings on the insides, but what were they? No use, I can't remember. This'll keep me up all night. Hey, aren't you with the Civic? If you catch a Shinx, could you show it to me? I gotta see one with my own eyes. Please, I can't remember for the life of me what those ears look like. It's driving me up the wall. Goshi. Got one of those Shinx to show me. Alrighty, let's have a peek at those round ears. That's it! Its ears have a yellow cross pattern on them, kinda like a star. Can't tell you what a relief this is. Felt like I had a bone stuck in my throat, and only the throat's my brain and the bone's a thought. Well, thanks for helping me get a bone out. 3 potions. Okay, apparently there's a new request here and a new request there, so let's turn around and get those cooking for a sec, just so that we don't have to go all over the place multiple times over. You're that newcomer who fell from the sky. Are you heading outside the village? Of course you are. The Civic must have to get out and about to compile that Pokédex book they're working on, right? Well, on your way, can you do me a favor? Find out what all about Starly. Pokémon certainly are terrifying creatures, but when I see Starly, I simply feel whole. Not that I have the least desire to actually touch one, mind you. Please let me see a Starly's entry in that Pokédex the moment you've completed it. Okay, can I? No. Apparently it's not completed. And then just outside the village on that end. Can Pokemon of the same species really come in different sizes? I know the professor said they do, but I'll have a hard time believing it unless I see a different sized one lined up side by side. If there really are weasels bigger than mine, I'd love to see them alongside the one I have, for comparison's sake. You're a natural when it comes to catching Pokemon, right? But you see where I'm going. If you catch a weasel bigger than mine, would you let me have it? I'll make it worth your while. Big weasel, little weasel. Okay, let me check. Oh, gosh darn it. It's minus. That's done. Okay, in that case, let's go to the right here and move towards the thing over there. Open to the pastures where we can raise Pokemon. Let's go to the Obsidian Fieldlands. Righto, let's get to it then, shall we? In order to complete this Pokédex of ours, there are a great many research tasks you'll need to help to carry out, my boy. The details of these tasks can be found in the Pokédex for you to reference at any time. Research tasks are tasks you need to carry out to complete the Pokédex. Each Pokémon species has a different number of variety of research tasks. Press the down button to open your Pokédex, then check what kind of research tasks are available for the Pokémon you've registered. When you focus on a Pokémon in the field using the ZL button, you can also instantly check the research tasks for that species by pressing the down button to open your Pokédex right to that page. Some Pokémon have some unusual research tasks, so be sure to check them out. You must catch and battle diverse Pokémon species and carry out plenty of research tasks. To do so, and you'll gain research points and other rewards for your work. One last piece of advice, Necro. If you see a wild Pokémon attack coming your way, dodge like your life depends on it. Here, watch closely and remember what I do so you can do it later. Huh. Hajime. That beautiful flowing bit of gymnastics is what we call a dodge. If you're light on your feet, you can dodge out of the way of wild Pokémon attacks. That way, hopefully, you can avoid taking a beating and blacking out in the wilderness. The security guards has to collect me when I got the business end of some Shinx Thundershock. But don't you worry, I've got lots of experience to draw on, and I'll teach you plenty. Follow Akari to learn some tips for carrying out research tasks. Could we not? I'm leaking all over the place. Yeah, let's go up. Now, let me share some Survey Core wisdom. Focus on a Pokemon with LZ button, then press the down button to open the Pokédex. You'll see what tasks you have for that Pokemon. You might have noticed that you have a research task to do with how many Bidoof you've got. That's right, catching just one isn't enough. You need 2, then 4, and then more and more. And when it's time to battle a Pokemon, remember the captain's switching wisdom. If you have items out, press X to ready your Pokemon. Give it a try now if you want. I'll go on ahead. So is it L? No. That didn't work. Oh wait, so that is this button, right? No. So numbers got 4. Numbers evolved 0. Number of different forms you've attained 2. Out of 2. Investigate the Bidoof, dark part of the village. Method unknown. Go. Oh, look, a Wurmple. Go, Wurmple. Got 1. I would like to catch a second one, just in case. Well, we do need to catch a second one, because there's that guy that needs one as well. Nope, there he goes. Cool. Okay. Starly ran away. Yeah, okay, fair. I think you've got it, but as a reminder, don't forget to open your Pokédex when you focus on the Pokémon to check your research tasks for them. It's just ZL, then down. Try checking your tasks for that Starly next. One of your tasks is to catch Starly without being spotted, right? For that task, try catching them while hiding in some tall grass. I'll go wait for you up ahead. Come catch up once you've finished some tasks. Go, that's an extra one of you. Oops. To be honest, was to be expected. So we should try and look for some weasel. And yes, you can do that. Stone. Now we can make some Pokeball. Around here, you can find a Pokemon called Weasel. It's got an aggressive disposition. That means it'll try to hit you with its moves, just like Shinx. You'll need to battle it to catch it. If you take too much damage within a short time, you'll be in danger of blacking out. You can tell you're in danger when the edges of your screen turn red. Damage goes away over time, but you won't begin to recover if you're being targeted by a wild Pokemon. If you take further damage after the edges of the screen have turned red, you'll become overwhelmed and black out. And speaking of which, your research tasks for Weasel include seeing it use a certain move. To be precise, you have to see it use a move in battle. That's right, some tasks require battling. Now, I'll go on ahead. You take care of some of Weasel's research tasks, then come talk to me. Yep, that's talking about tumblestones. Nice. Oh, it's literally up. Okay. Got a weasel. Go. There we go. Nice. That's a weasel. Oh, nice. Got a weasel. Oh. And that's a Pokemon I want. Yes, got an Eevee. Nice. Okay. Switch over. Use you. Get a couple extra apricorns. Go, summon that. Can't without being spotted. 10. I have 5. Cool. And numbers got 6. So let's do this. There we go, nice. We're close to running out of Pokeballs. You're really doing quite well for yourself. Here, a little reward for keeping up with me. Your own crafting kit. Finally, you obtain a crafting kit. A kit containing everything you need to for crafting, even when there's no workbench around. However, you can only use the materials you have in your satchel. You can select the crafting kit when the key items pocket in your satchel to work items wherever and whenever you like. However, unlike at a workbench, you'll only be able to use the materials in your satchel, and you won't be able to craft more items than your satchel can hold. And here's a recipe for potions too. You obtained a recipe for crafting potions. 1 oranberry and 1 medicinal leek. With the crafting kit, you can craft items anywhere using any material you have in your satchel. So long you've got an apricot and a tumblestone, you can make a Pokeball anytime. Or with an oriberry and medicinal... Wow, I swear I can speak. And a medicinal leek, you can make a potion. So, do heal your Pokemon. How goes your research? The cover of your Pokédex will tell you if there are tasks you've finished and can report. Task with unreported data, 26. Doing good. Doing well. Bidoof. Oh, Aspiration Hill, so that's... Yeah, fair. Makes sense. Please report back to Professor Laventon once you've got some research tasks good and done. Okay, so satchel. No. Gosh darn it. Like, why? Oh, key items, yeah. Craft. Pokeball. Max amount. Potions. Max amount. Go, got 8 out of... Ah, nice. Got without being spotted. That should actually put it up to 28. Nice. So this one is empty. Cool. So Pokemon will generally walk around a bit, but Thunder Shock. Paralyzed, maybe unable to move. Let's move with this. Nope. It's not gonna work. Cool. Oh, crying out loud. Oh, we can use Roost now. Okay, cool. Let's use Roost for a sec. Okay, nice. Extra shinks. Oh. Oh yeah. There's a battle mechanic in this game. We could do strong style, agile style, or normal style. I'm gonna go no style because that's my general prerogative. I'm joking, I'm gonna throw a Pokeball. For some reason I suddenly get a Phantom Whistle. Move mastered. Oh yeah, that's the mastering system. Get it? Nice. Number caught. Nice. Do they have a number caught when invisible? Most likely not, but you never know. Oh, number defeated. Oh, fair. Number you've defeated with current type moves. None yet. Times you've seen it use bite. None yet. Different forms you've obtained too. Male and female? Oh, if it isn't a crafting kit, you must have listened attentively to Akari's teachings. Excellent work, dear boy. This seems a good time to explain to you about survey reports and the rewards they offer. When you submit survey reports, you'll receive money, based on the level and number of Pokemon you've got. You'll receive more money if you've fulfilled certain conditions, such as catching a species for the first time. On that note, let me check the research tasks you've completed thus far. Quite a couple. Nice. Got 30. Different Pokemon caught for the first time, and caught using a backstrike. No clue what that is, but sure, let's say that's a good thing. I see. How illuminating. I'll update our Pokédex with this new data. By carrying out research tasks and submitting survey reports, you'll raise the research level of the Pokémon species you encounter. If you raise a Pokémon's entry to level 10, that entry will be considered complete, and you will have unlocked all of the detailed information to be had about that species. As you carry out tasks and complete Pokédex entries for different species, you also gain Pokémon research points, which you can view on the cover of your Pokédex. Once you've earned a certain number of points, you'll be able to move up through the ranks of the Galaxy Expedition team. Nice. This Pokemon has only just been documented. Investigation is ongoing. More research tasks must be completed to fill in this Pokemon's entry. Research, level 9. Nice. If we get one more, like for instance, if we do 4 more leafages, or 1 more roofs, we might be able to get the next level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that kind of makes sense then. Cool. As for Starly, we have a complete 10. As for Shinx as well. So if they were collecting Pokemon data in the olden days, why would modern day Pokemon trainers need to start from square one? Good question. Good question. Nice. I have enough to get a star. You've made good progress on these research tasks, Necro. I do believe you're ready to move up the ranks. Let's head back to the village and report the good news to Captain Celine. It's time you earned yourself a star. Yeah, it, like, kind of depends. Mostly on the game you're playing, some for, like, extra information on the Pokemon. Like, the specific places you can find them, etc, etc, etc. Not that that is a valid excuse sometimes, but still. This is... check summary. This one is 2-6. This one is 2. Uh, 11? A foot-long bug. Well, close to a foot long. One foot one. There we go. Unless I might want to go and see about... Okay. Check summary. 1-6. 1-7. 1-9. 1-8. 1-6. 1-8. Okay, Starly, you are 1-2. This might actually be the tallest one I got. 10 inches, that's a small one. 11. 1-2. 1-1. 1-1. I believe I have the tallest one. As for Wurmple, yeah, this one is specific. No, Weasel. This one is specifically because it's needed for the quest. Okay, let's check this out. Should be down there. Let's see. Could be that Weasel need to be like 3 foot. I have no clue. Have you brought me a bigger Weasel? Are you sure you want to give up this Pokemon? Good gravy, never expected you to bring one so quickly. I'm afraid I'm looking for a bigger one though. One that's at least 2'8" would be great. Yep, he's still there, cool. Okay, apparently I have completed the Starly thing, so that lady should be fine. Show Marley the complete Pokédex entry for Starly. Yeah, but where? Oh, literally next to me. Oh, have you completed Starly's entry in your Pokédex? Hurry, let me read it. Huh? Wait a moment. Male and female Starly have different appearances? Let me see. So the markings on their foreheads are different sizes. Incredible. I had no idea. Thank you for letting me read this Pokédex entry. Now that I know more about it, I imagine I might finally bring myself to touch a Starly. Please, if you find it in your heart, catch a Starly and bring it to me. There's not a Pokemon in the world so adorable as Starly, I tell you. I mean, she literally asked me to go get the thing before coming here. Smooth curl on the feathers on its head, those lovely round eyes. Oh, it's lovely through and through. I adore it down to the last feather. Well, hello there, Starly. Want to pet it? No! I think I'm quite satisfied just looking at it after all. Besides, it might let loose a move. Who outside of the Survey Corps or Security Corps could actually do something so frightful as approach a Pokemon willingly? All the same, must thank you for showing me the sweet Starly. Some people will see a Pokemon and simply flee on sight, you know. Perhaps being able to read all the Pokemon in that Pokédex might put them more at ease. Adorable Starly. Complete. 10 extra Pokeballs. Fair enough. I think we have to go to the 3rd floor. I could be mistaken. Oh no, we can just go to Celine. Celine? If you have progress to report, I will judge its worthiness. Show me your Pokédex. You have made progress. It seems you have earned yourself a star. With this, you have officially attained the rank of 1st star in the Galaxy Expedition team. 1 of 10. Got 10% through the thing. You can now use Heavy Balls. Pokemon up to level 20 will also obey your orders reliably in battle. The rewards you earn for your survey reports will be more generous now too. Have these as well. They are further recipes you'll need for crafting. You obtained recipe for Heavy Balls. Recipe for creating Heavy Balls from scratch. Requires 1 apricorn and 1 black tumblestone. You obtained the recipe for crafting revives. 1 vivid choke and 2 medicinal leeks. That a stranger like you should fall from the sky and yet flourish among us like this is a testament to your native talent and hard work. Most people prefer it when things are simple enough to be judged on face value alone, and providing your worth by moving up through our ranks is something anyone can understand. Keep at it, and even if you did fall from the sky, people may be more willing to accept you. Working your way through the ranks will also be a help if you wish to make a life for yourself here. A higher rank will grant you access to more types of Pokeballs and greater rewards. Getting to work on research tasks. Done. For today at least, you've earned yourself a meal at the Wallflower and a good night's rest. So, Necro, my boy, I believe a jolly good congratulations is in order. Well done on earning your first star rank. Potato mochi tastes so much better when you have something to be happy about. Still, we'll be very busy from now on between our survey call duties and requests from folks here. Which reminds me, have you already taken on the request from Beauregard? Yep, sure have. People of Jubilife aren't too familiar with Pokémon, you see, so if problems arise, the survey call gets called to help. Indeed so. Some people will ask you for help when you talk with them, while others' requests will need to be claimed from the blackboard I keep in my lab. Speaking of which, weren't you approached with requests recently, Akari? What's it all about? About that, I was thinking maybe Necro could handle it for me. I was told I would require a bit of skill with battling Pokemon, so... Ah yes, that request came from Mai of the Diamond Clan, if I recall correctly. The people of the Diamond Clan have lived here in Hisui since before the Galaxy team arrived. If we could establish good relations, I'm sure there is much we might learn from them, including more about the local Pokemon. But we can discuss all that tomorrow. For today, we should eat up and get some rest. The next day. Listen, do you have a bit of time after this? There's something I could use your help with. Alright. Thank you. I'll be waiting for you at the training grounds then. If you've got a lot of Pokemon, you may want to visit the pastures to change up your team. Training grounds. Training grounds. Thanks for coming. I know you're busy. Listen, I've had an epiphany. Everything alright? See, I've got a partner of my own. We may not get along perfectly, but we've got to work together to help complete the Pokédex. Your partner? Yes. Here, this is my partner, Pikachu. Ah, they didn't add the voice. We were attacked by those chinks. I got too scared to think straight, and I couldn't handle battling as a team. Ever since then, my partners refuse to listen to anything I tell them. And if I'm being honest, I'm not even sure how to order him, how to guide him in battle. Big up. But when I saw how you and your Pokémon work together, I realized we needed to do more to... So please, have a battle with me. I want to learn how to fight effectively. Should have taken Cyndaquil. Then again, it's just one Pokémon. so... Leafage is a move from afar, so it doesn't need to shoot. You and your Pokemon seem to be completely in step with one another. Yo. Phew! Thank you for battling us. I could be wrong, but for a moment, I felt like Pikachu and I finally understood one another. Let's keep working on it, okay, Pikachu? Big up. Guess I was wrong then. But I'll strive to work more as a team with my partner, the way you do. Assuming Pikachu and I can bridge some gaps. Oh, by the way, the professor said Pokemon have a thing called types, which apparently makes a big difference in how battle goes. Pikachu seems to be an electric type, for example. Both Pokemon and moves have types. The type matchup between a move and its target Pokemon determines how much damage is taken. Moves can be super effective, effective, not effective, and completely ineffective. Here are some examples of each matchup. Fire types are strong against grass types against water types, and water types against fire types. And apparently... Yeah, okay. So, the type matchup thing at in the top is exactly like what used to be on the right trigger button on the, I believe it was the Game Boy Advanced one playing Pokemon Leaf Green. That just popped up, I believe. Except for the fact that this has more types. Specifically, Dark, Steel, and Fairy. And Ice, I believe, as well. I believe those all are extra types that came later. So the other one? Do get everyone's talking about? Lem Zizu, Captain of the Security Corps. Eh. I see you got some fight in you. Figured I'd stop by and give that what advice I could. Captain Sisu is a master of ancient martial arts, one that specializes in Pokemon battles. Now listen, if your Pokemon truly mastered its moves, it can actually use them in different styles. Done that, on the one hand, you can choose to deliver a move in the strong style. The move will deal more damage, but afterwards it will take longer for your Pokemon to act. On the other hand, you can choose to unleash your Pokemon in the agile style. Such a move will have less power behind it, but your Pokemon can act more quickly afterward. In truly favorable conditions, it might even get out 2 moves before the opponent can act. Strong moves, strong style moves, agile style moves, and of course, regular moves. Choose which is right for a given situation, and direct your Pokemon with a little nudge. Yeah, so we have mastered the move. We have mastered the move. Oh, one more thing. If you want to teach your Pokemon some powerful moves, just let me know. Zitsu's training should serve you well with when you're up against tough Pokemon. Now I suppose it's time I meet with Mai. You remember? I mentioned at Wallflower that I could use your help with Mai's request. I'm to meet her down past the foot of Aspiration Hill. You should come as well, once you've ready your Pokemon team and perhaps have them learn some new moves from Zitsu, if you like. Okay, actually I would like to see if I can learn a new move. At training counts, your Pokemon can master their moves or learn new moves. I want new moves? False Swipe is insanely useful. Aerial Ace, Rest, Magical Leave and stuff, nice. Let's learn False Swipe. Simply because it is a useful move to catch Pokemon. Oh, I could technically learn all of them at the same time. Okay. Not gonna do that, but it's useful. Okay. Okay. Stream's been going all over the place. Sometimes it's been like 2 views, sometimes it's like 4. I don't know what's going on. Is it my internet fucking up? Not according to my notifications. Okay then. Okay, back to the Obsidian Fieldlands. We have the request of my big weasel, little weasel. Also, I should actually check if there's any more. Apparently not. Cool. Okay. Boo! Did I surprise you? I bet I did. Was trying to, anyway. There's a secret technique to catch Pokemon, you see. It's what I call the secret black strike technique. Hitting a Pokemon back with a Pokeball will surprise it, making it easier to catch or give you an advantage once the battle starts. Oh, that's back strikes. If you're part of the Series Corp now, working to create our Pokedex as they all are, you might end up meeting never lost Pokemon here in Hisui. You should know I'm already looking forward to the day you accomplish that. Oh, you're that boy from the Survey Corp who fell from the sky, aren't you? Listen, here a moment. I need to tell you about this great cake lure recipe I invented. I call it the mushroom cake. I poured 20 years of mushroom foraging know-how into coming up with the recipe, and I just know it's a winner. Problem is, the folks around here aren't catching on to the recipe's amazing potential. But you're the talk of the village. If people see you make a mushroom cakes, famous as you are, I'm sure they'll want to give it a go too. I'll teach you the recipe. All you have to do is, in return, spread the good word by using it. Oh, and you'll need to go get the key ingredients for the recipe yourself. Scrounge not from the forages of thy fellows, as the old saying goes. One springy mushroom is all you need. I'll be waiting. Delelelele. That marvelous rich tone. How is it produced? I must know. Hello, I didn't see you there. Wait, you're from the Survey Corps. Wonderful, just the person I need. I want to learn more about Cricketot. You must be curious about them as well, right? I mean, how do they make those sounds of theirs? It's a musical mystery like no other. I'd be in your debt if you could complete Cricketot's page in your Pokedex and show it to me, so I mean, we can uncover the truth. You. Oh, there's apparently more there, and a new request there. Nice. Huh? Nine of 12. Well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna. It was a terrible joke. Back strike, not a back shot. It's 8. Oh, look at that, a Munchlax. There are many strong Pokemon that make their home on the other side of this bridge. I'll let you pass unless you have it first. Oh, at your rank you should be fine. Go on then. Don't let your guard down now. Retreat to safety if you find yourself in trouble. Over here! Wow. Voice went too high. My, this is Necro. My, a new face in the village. Not that it matters to me if you're new. If you're here, I assume you're prepared to be of help. I am one of the wardens of the Diamond Clan. You may call me Mai. I suppose you might not even know what a warden is if you're new to Hisui. But such thought can wait. Right now, I'd rather we get straight to the point. I have a problem that I need help solving. So the most important question is, do you feel confident I can lead your Pokemon in battle? I do. That's good to hear. The security corps of yours certainly wasn't up to the task. This here is my partner, Munchlax. We were raised together like siblings. He battles at my side by choice, without needing a silly little boss you use. Watch and learn. Roll out. It's a ground type move. I might have to. Let's do a strong style move. Just gonna roll out again, and Rowlet's gonna faint. Let's use ground type move. So let's use Starly. Think? No, apparently I'm mistaken. It's a rock type move. That makes sense. Defeated Munchlax. Couple moves mastered, nice. Oh, early on, one of the usual galaxy buffoons if you could defeat my partner. Well fought, Munchlax. I'll take care of the Pokemon that battled for us. Beam, 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 beam. And I'll let you have these. You people make all kinds of things with your crafting, don't you? These should prove to be useful materials. Vivid Jerks, nice. You and your Pokemon fought well together. You practiced acting. Oi. You practically acted as one with them, rather like the legendary hero of old, the one we tell stories of to our children. I think you're indeed the one for the job. You see, I need someone to deal with an alpha Pokemon causing trouble on the Deer Track Heights. It is a large, fearsome foe, like any alpha, but you'll come, won't you? To Deer Track Heights? Phone ringing. Arc phone is beeping. That thing you have. It's showing you where you've got to go, isn't it? My, that's some curious sort of map. Is that one of those Galaxy Team inventions I keep hearing about? It certainly does seem to show the way to the D-Track Heights, so up ahead of us. I'll leave this in your hands. You'll do great out there, I know it. It seems you're quite the answer to the survey call, new one. Though, before we continue, I must ask, do you already know about Almighty Sinnoh? Of course. My, how about that? Though I'm not certain you've been told the true story. The true story is this. Almighty Sinnoh steers all time. It's said to have created the very universe using its power over time's flow, and this land of Hisui was born in the process. It's by the grace of Almighty Sinnoh that Pokémon can live and thrive here. We of the Diamond Clan are descendants of a people who crossed the sea and settled here in the Hisui region to venerate Almighty Sinnoh. However, it's still away from the world long ago. There's a Pokemon called Deerling. It's still away for the world long ago, hiding itself from our sight. Almighty Sinnoh has only rarely been seen by any human, if the old tales are to be trusted. But there are still Pokemon here today in Hisui with a connection to Almighty Sinnoh, and it is the duty of wardens like myself to attend to their needs. The Pokemon that graces Deertrack Heights is one of those honored few. It is directly descendant of a Pokemon that was blessed with Almighty Sinnoh's protection. Follow me or you may understand. So, in the Pokédex, sometimes there are references to actual real-life things. Like Deerling, for instance, is the deer Pokemon, for some reason. Ava has lost satchel. Ava. No clue. Oh, look at that, Vivid Choke. Yeah. Oh, can evolve. Yeah, okay. Let's go to the satchel. And I would like you to evolve. Some of these visuals are insane. Wurmple evolved to a Silcoon. Not a Cascoon, but a Silcoon. Yeah, there's the bridge. Oh wait, is that a one? No, it's not. Oh there, mind helping the guy out? I'm after some cherry berries, you know, shiny red ones. We grow on some of the trees around here, but I don't have any Pokemon that can reach them for me. That's where you come in, friend. Throw one of your Pokeballs at the pear tree, and your Pokemon will grab the berries for you. Be sure the Pokeball you throw has a Pokemon in it. Mind, I'd be ashamed to waste an empty ball. If you hand me 3 of the cherry berries you get, I'll tell you another handy tip. Yawn. Oh, can you give me 3 of those cherry berries you have there? Sure, here you go. And then over 3 cherry berries. Thanks, now then, here's the handy tip I was talking about. You can throw a berry near a wild Pokemon to grab their attention and keep them distracted. Why don't give it a try on some of those Krunkatot around here? Heyo, 15 extra Pokeballs. Oh, look at that, Geodude. Plant. Leafage. Geodude caught. There we go. Let's use Leafage. They are technically poison type, so it's not very effective. Same for flying type moves. Let's try though. Ah, nice. There we go. Oh, shit. Just. That's not gonna be a thing. Yeah, let's do it again. There we go, nice. Deer Track Heights. Oh. Okay, let's quickly craft stuff. Oh, so even your professor decided to join us. Whew, thank goodness I got here in time. As a Pokemon researcher, I could hardly miss out on a chance to observe an alpha, now could I? I suppose that is your business. Fine, as long as you stay out of the way. This is the Truck Heights. This is where I've long come to pay tribute to a special Pokemon. A Pokemon descended from one of those ancient blessings of Almighty Sinnoh. It's a cricket tune. That's not it. That's only a troublemaker, here to disturb the peace with its racket. One of the longest Pokemon cries in Pokemon. Up until Sinnoh. And that's what you're here for, Necro, to drive that interloper from this place. I'll ensure your Pokemon are ready for battle. Upon my word. Upon my word, what a large specimen. Little wonder Alpha Pokemon are feared across the land if they are all oversized as this one. Exactly. They are not only big, though. They are strong and may know moves that others of their kinds do not. They are not to be trifled with, let me tell you. Nevertheless, I believe you are stronger still than this Alpha, so go show it that beyond any mistaking. Be careful, Necro. Size is a potent weapon in and of itself. No doubt this Alpha is a powerful and hardy foe. If you must face it, make sure your Pokemon have some strong moves at their disposal. Pokemon with eyes glowing red are called Alpha Pokemon. Alpha Pokemon are larger than others and may know moves that are rare for their species. They appear to be very difficult to catch. And the main reason there's no in other games is because they're all hunt to extinction thanks to us. Let's go with that. Back strike? Nope. Go! Rowlet! Press the Y button during battle to check the action order of all the Pokemon during battle. This shows the order in which Pokemon will take their upcoming turns, based on their action speed. The action speed of a Pokemon is based on its speed stat, but it can also be affected by certain moves and items. A Pokemon with a high action speed may be able to act multiple times in a row. The Alpha Kricketon is filled with wild magic. Oh yeah. Right, forgot about that. They're a bit... They're a bit... Holy fuck. Let's try and use it. Could be that it doesn't work, but who knows. You can actually catch the alphas. Apparently, not this one. Okay, let's see if Rowlet can move quick enough. Oh, shite. aerial ace is gonna kill my Pokemon again. Oh. So there's a Pokemon called Deerling, and they have an evolved form called Weirdeer. No. I accidentally switched switch controls with Xbox controls in my mind. Nope, okay. Yeah. Oh, can evolve. Okay, cool. Silcoon can evolve again. You really are an impressive one, aren't you? Seeing someone best enough like that, I truly remind me of the legendary hero of old. We'd best make sure your Pokemon are taken care of after facing against such a foe. Where? Or something, I don't know. What in the world? That's a Weirdeer. Evolution of Stantler, sorry. That's the great Weirdeer. He looks upon you with kindness, Necro. I'd say the great Weirdeer has taken a liking to you. That is fortunate. He is an esteemed Pokemon that can dash across the expanses of Hisui while bearing a human on its back. A human he does seem worthy, at least. He is a blessing to us all. Remarkable. Truly outstanding stuff. A Pokemon letting someone ride on it. Why, it's just like the ride Pokemon of Alola. Professor Lavington. Professor Lavington! Necro! Captain Celine sent me. She said that once Necro carried out his request, we'd be able to set up our base camp. About that, I know this was a joint decision by Adman and the commander, but still, it is truly fine for... Is it truly fine for us to set up a base camp like this? This way region is land created by Almighty Sinnoh for the sake of its Pokemon. As long as your goal is to coexist and thrive together with the Pokemon, then I imagine you should also be allowed to use this land. The Great Weirdeer has taken a liking to Necro as well. This is a good sign. You have my thanks for what you did today. Our clan leader will hear of how you aided us. I'll come to show my appreciation with a proper reward as soon as I can. If we want to coexist and thrive with Pokemon, we'll need to stop fearing them and start getting to know them better. That starts with completing the Pokédex. Anyway, we should be able to have that base camp set up once the construction course arrives. Here we have it, our new base upon the Deer Track Heights. I'll call it the Heights Camp. From now on, when you set out from the village, you can ask to be escorted to this base camp to start your excursion directly from here. Having other base camps to start from will be a great help for our surveys. Nice work today, everyone. What say we all head back to the Wallflower? $4,000 writ, nice. Hey, nice, completed. I need more cricket top stuff. Research level 7. Nice. Numbers you have evolved none. Times you've gotten it food. Oh, you've given it food. Yeah, could do that. Numbers defeated, none yet. Got without being spotted. Yeah, fair enough. Like halfway, nice. Benny, old chum, the usual potato mochi, please, and make it for 3 today as well. Have you all heard the grave news? That frenzied Cleaver from Loomis, it ended up mauling some of our Galaxy Fox who went out to investigate it this morning. Medical Corps had a hard time getting all the injured back on their feet. This is the Cleaver that was reportedly struck by powerful lightning, yes? I did hear he's been behaving most erratically since then. Still, if further investigation is in order, the Survey Corps will, of course, step up to the task. A certain amount of danger is inevitable when researching unfamiliar Pokémon, but I'm sure Necro here can handle things just fine. Are you certain? I've heard Cleaver's so mighty even Alpha Pokémon don't compare to him. No, you forget what the strength of Pokémon are key items of information that we of the Survey Corps are duty-bound to research, and since the perilous work of ours calls for a clear-headed and fighting-fit physique, I do believe it's a good night's sleep in order after this fine meal. The next day. Good morning, Necro! You should hurry to the commander's office before he decides to use you as a sumo practice. Okay, so let's see. We can change outfit to everyday kimono. Everyday trousers. Okay. Okay. Hisui is treating me alright, actually. We are star 1, first and a half star, so we're doing kind of okay. There you are, let's hurry to the headquarters. Lolo's being punctual. Finally realized you're wasting Almighty Sinnoh's precious time by bowing to a sham. There you go again, insisting on your false image of Almighty Sinnoh as a ruler of time. My people follow the true Almighty Sinnoh, the font of our creation and ruler of space. You could have all the spares there is and still not know what to do with it. Excuse me? Are you really suggesting that you make better use of your time than we make of vast Hisui's space? Better than some. It's a miracle you showed up on time. Oh, mighty leader of Pearl Clan. I worry you get lost in the pointlessly vast space you're so fond of, and never show up. Me get lost in Almighty Sinnoh's great gift to the Pearl Clan, in our world's very basis. You wish. I wish that I hadn't let myself get dragged into arguing with you. Almighty Sinnoh, forgive me. What a waste of time. I'm off to Commander Commodore's office. I believe it was you who started this. Hydrate and stretch. Okay, yeah, fair. You can feel tension when those two show up. You haven't met them, have you? The woman with the reverence for space is Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. The man who was going on about time, Adaman, leads the Diamond Clan. The Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan grudgingly coexist at the moment. Apparently, things used to be less peaceful. But the boss, the commander, is waiting. We should save this conversation for after you report to him. Okay. Hydrate and stretch, right? I'm gonna stretch and hydrate. Okay. So first game I'm playing on Windows 11. Well, technically I'm not. Reason is, if I move my mouse over the thing... Oh, now it's not. Okay, cool. Hi? Yeah, so it's not actually a game I'm playing. So technically my first game I'm playing on the Windows 11 version of my computer is most likely gonna be Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 14 Online, the critically acclaimed MMORPG. I'm gonna stop. You a Pokemon fan, MFG? Okay, now seems to be something here. Oh yeah, right, requests. Yes, I would like the Bothersome Bidoof. Well, I don't want it, but you know what I mean. And then we have the Zubat's Eyes. There are no other requests. That's actually kind of cool. Where would Rowlet be placed? Where would Rowlet be placed? I wouldn't know where it would be placed. Okay. There's one of there, so let's go get that. Critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy IV theme with an extended free trial including the entirety of the Realm Reborn, the award-winning first expansion Heavensward, and the second expansion Stormblood, allowing gameplay up to level 70 with no restrictions on playtime. Oh, I didn't think it was the second expansion as well. I thought it was just the first two. And yes, I enjoy Pokemon a good deal. Actually been playing Pokerogue. Oh, nice. Same as Mino, I think it is. Oh, it's you. You, Radisa. Oh, splendid. You came along at a good time. I'm looking for a pickling stone, you see. Would you mind lending me a hand? It needs to be the right size to fit atop one of my pickle pots and heavy enough to put a nice, firm pressure on the pickle when they're fermenting. But I suppose it'll be hard for me to lift such heavy thing from the pot. The best thing would be for the stone to lift itself up, actually. Oh, I have a rather good idea. There's a Pokemon called Geodude that lives on Deer Track Heights. It would be perfect for the job. Could you catch one and bring it back for me? I'll head home and wait for you there. Nice. Also, I typed that whole thing out on mobile Twitch for him. Yeah. Who needs copy-paste anyway? Yeah, fair enough. Okay, yeah, we could go to Radissa. Where is Radissa? Requests. Where's the thing? Perfect pickling stone. Oh, that's outside. Okay, cool. This is going to be a funny one. What do you intend to do about that cleaver, Commander Commodore? I may be descended from a warrior of Almighty Sinnoh, but looks like the mess he's causing. We can't sit back and let him rage on. You do get right to the point, Adaman. Time wasted is lost. Well, tell me, what will you have us do? Cleaver is a precious lord of the Pearl clan, is he not? That's the point. My clan can't intervene directly where a lord of the Pearl clan is concerned. If my people were to do something, our two clans might end up back at each other's throats, just like we used to be. But even folk of the Galaxy team have been wounded, haven't they? Seems someone got to do something here. Who then? Would the Diamond Clan have the Pearl Clan bring down one of its own honored nobles? I don't believe I said that. Thought it, maybe. You might as well have said it, you fool. Look, we don't even know what drove Lord Cleaver into such violent frenzy. I like to know that myself. This is of us as far as my clan knows too. I see you've arrived. This is Necro, newest member of our survey corps. Ah, I heard from Mai you earned Weirde's favor. Good to finally meet you, stranger from the Rift. I, Adaman, leader of the Diamond Clan, if you want to be formal. But that's a mouthful, just call me Adaman. If you came from beyond the space-time rift, could you be from a space where Almighty Sinnoh is said to reside? I'm Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. Caution and foresight are my watchwords, which is why I have trouble believing such a tale. Could you really have passed through that rift? I have a proposition. Why not send this one to study Cleaver before deciding what must be done? You'd send this stranger who supposedly fled from the rift to study Cleaver? This newcomer with no experience? Say the leader with almost no experience. Being a good leader isn't a matter of time, it's a matter of embracing Hisui's vastness without fear. Well then, there you have it. If how new you are doesn't matter, then let's give this kid his chance. I'm sold, Commander. Let's try this your way. It should be fun. I'll get to see how good your galaxy folks are, with all your weird ways. Putting Pokemon in those strange balls and what have you. That whole practice bothers me. Almighty Sinnoh made Hisui fast so Pokemon could live freely throughout. We're meant to stand alongside Pokemon, not count ourselves above them. We do not use Pokeballs from their desire to control our Pokemon, only so that we can live together. Allow us to show you what we can do. This is your mission now, Necro. I order you to study Cleaver and help us find the truth of this situation. I accept. Remember that there are strangers who appeared one day out of the very sky above us. People are naturally suspicious of your presence here. If you wish to be fully accepted and trusted, you must work hard. Work yourself to the very bone. Frenzy of the Lords of the Woods. Well, that's settled. There's no time like the present. Lord of the Woods, Cleaver is descended from a Pokemon that was blessed with Almighty Sinnoh's own power. No other Pokemon you've yet encountered can compare to his strength. Be warned. Listen to me. The Galaxy Expedition team has come to the Hisui region as a group of outsiders. Some might even call us interlopers. We mustn't do anything to threaten our relations with the Diamond and Pearl clans, do you understand? Join me downstairs, Necro. We'll cover the details of this new mission. One more down, cool. My throat is hurting. Good. You're already here. Professor Lavington, the briefing, if you please. Yes, let's get right to it. So, Necro, I understand you've been requested to find out the cause of Cleaver's frenzied state. But as you're aware by now, Cleaver is a mighty thing, nigh invincible even. The Security Corps tried throwing Pokeballs at Cleaver when they were attacked, but I'm afraid they didn't even come close to catching him. It seems he's far trickier opponent than even those aggressive species of Pokemon that cannot be caught outside of battle once they're wild. I'd like to be perfectly clear at this point. This mission will put you in extreme danger. Do you believe you can handle it? Of course. Very well, and then let us go over the particulars. The Diamond and Pearl clans revere their nobles because they believe these Pokemon serve their almighty Sinnoh. They leave offerings to express their gratitude to these Pokemon in locations they call the nobles' seats. So perhaps a good starting point for our research could be finding out what sorts of offerings they normally leave for this Cleaver. He's going all over the place. Necro, we need to speak with you. Listen, that rift in space-time seems like good. Wow, that rift in space-time seems like it connects this world to a whole other world. That world might be where Almighty Sinnoh itself resides. The true Almighty Sinnoh, that is. The one that rules over time. So if you fell through the space-time rift, that might mean you traveled through time. By Almighty Sinnoh's own power. Think of it, you must have been just swimming in its divine light. Well, I've got a favor to ask of you, almighty time traveler. Don't just study Cleaver, quell his frenzy. Well, you certainly caught us at a good time, young Adaman. We were just discussing our next step with regarding of this whole Cleaver situation. Haha, you must be that Galaxy Team scholar I've heard about. Good to meet you, Professor. Share some of that knowledge with me sometime. Now, let me elaborate a little. Those Pearl clan types have a lot of respect for Cleaver. You heard his title, Lord of the Woods. I'm sure they'd rather get this under control too, but it's hard for them to come right out and ask those of the Galaxy team, of all people, for help. And the truth is, we in the Diamond Clan have a similar problem on our hands. A Pokemon dear to us, off in the mountains, has flown into the same type of frenzy as Cleaver. Now there's certain bad blood between us and the Pearl Clan, but still, we are going to share Hisui, and that means we ought to tackle our problems together. But there are many capable standing up to such powerful Pokemon. You are the best hope we've got. You'll find Cleaver at Grand Tree Arena. It's in the very heart of the Heartwoods. His warden is a boy named Leon. Leon is a brilliant child, but also a bit, well, sometimes brilliance can be blinding, you know. He'll tell you about his beloved Cleaver, whether you wish him to or not. Anyway, I'm sure you're up to the challenge, so we'll be counting on you. See you later. He certainly left quickly once he'd finished talking. I suppose he really values his time. Adaman and I weren't wrong, you know. If you're studying and perhaps even quell Cleaver, you best start by visiting his abode. Yeah, it's not working now. Our new Heights camp would be a handy place for setting out towards Grand Tree Arena, and you should stop by the pastures too. You'll want to choose the best Pokemon to bring. nothing left. Cool. Let's go outside. Finding yourself unable to pick up the materials you came across? Satchel's always seemingly full. If that sounds like you, it'd be wise to lend me your ear a moment and hear what I have to say. It's a baggin. You can carry around even more in that satchel of yours if you learn the trick of, to packing things in. I can teach you if you'd like. What do you say? Teach me, master. I like your initiative. My teaching fee is indeed 100. All right? Yes, please. Perfect. Then lend me your ear for a moment. I've made space to keep one more kind of item in your satchel. And that's all there is to it. You see how much more you can fit by packing things rightly? If you want to be able to carry even more things, there's more I can teach you. What do you say? Teach me. I like your initiative. My teaching fee is indeed 200. All right? Yeah, sure. Perfect. Lend me your ear for a moment. You've made space to keep one more kind of item in your satchel. And that's all there is to it. You see how much more you can fit by packing things rightly? If you want to be able to carry even more things, there's more I could teach you. What do you say? Teach me! I like your initiative. My teaching fee is indeed 300, alright? Yes, please. This is gonna be a couple more times of this, so I'm not gonna continue reiterating the same things over and over and over and over and over again. Let's see, 400, we can still do that. Say, teach me, 500, we can still do that. I would like to keep like 5,000. Oh. Now it's suddenly 1,000. Cool. $1,500. Yes, please. $2,000. Yeah, let's do this. It's like barely 5,000, but you know. Want to be able to learn more? No, maybe later. There's a time when a single extra item can mean the difference between life or death, you know. Yeah, but in the meantime, we have gotten like a good amount of extra items. Look at this. Oh no, that's key items. Yeah, like we could technically get 2 more, but I'm fine as it is right now. We haven't even really gotten to the max of some of the stuff yet, so we can always come back to bagging. There's him. Mother, you seem like someone who enjoys a little bit of crafting. Do you think you could help me with something? I'd be very, very grateful if you try to craft something using a special recipe I came up with. So without further ado, here's the recipe. I just came up with a new recipe. It's a recipe that I've named Pokeshi dolls. I've added them, you see, as special items that would make that we can make in a village. I would love to have you craft one and show it to me. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Cool, but like that is extra logs, and I don't know how to get those logs. Okay, let's see. We have the lady behind our backs. Can we go through here? I think we can. Oh. It's... Kichi. Okay. Oh. Okay, I was gonna say give me a quick little second, but yeah, that quick little second is gonna be a quick little day. I am going to stop for today. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna stop for today. We've been playing for 3 hours, and we will continue playing this tomorrow. I'm gonna send you over to a friend of mine who is currently playing Final Fantasy XIV, I believe. Yes, he is. Hope you'll enjoy. Hope to see you all again tomorrow. For more of Pokemon Legends Arceus. Have a good one. See you later. Good night.